1, 2, 3. Greetings and salutations.
The universe is just doomed.
I says, honey, I never drive faster than I can see. Besides that, it's all in the reflexes.
Big trouble in Little China.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, sorry.
I caught it.
All right.
It's Nicole.
And I'm Tessa.
And Liana is here tonight as our Egg Shen guide.
She's taking us on an Egg Foo Young tour.
She sure is, because this week we are talking about Big Trouble in Little China.
Yep. That's what we finally got to it. 1986.
This is a fave.
Oh, man. This is one of my favorite movies.
This is a good one. And before we get too deep, it's business time.
Take them to the business.
Subscribe, like, rate, review. Sign our yearbook, a.k.a. leave a review. We will read it out on the show. If I know who you are and you tell me you leave a review, you'll get a shout out.
Yeah.
We are starting a Patreon. If you want to be able to have a little live chat with us,
you want to hang with us?
Yeah, we're gonna have some little live hangs. We're gonna have some bonus material. Check our social media for links to the Patreon. Follow us on Instagram, Doom Generation Pod, for personal photos and stories. Personalized like movie photoshops, all kinds of cool bonus stuff.
Fun things, y'all.
And now,
let's get to it.
Let's go down to Chinatown.
Right. So we open in lawyer's office. Oh, yes. Okay. We're going to do cast first, which I didn't fucking do. Did you?
So Kurt Russell is Jack Burton, which at that point... Because, okay, let's go. How old were you think, the first time you saw Big Trouble in Little China?
Like 11 or 12.
I'm thinking, yeah, I was probably about the same. I want to say the older I got, the more I got into this, because I got the subtle campiness of it.
Super funny. It's
right.
So good.
There was so much, I think, that went over my head when I originally saw it. But it only gets better, I think, every time you see it.
Every single time I see it.
That's right. And so he had been in a bunch of stuff because he was Disney's fucking
That was
dream
the
boy.
last thing reportedly that Walt Disney wrote.
Walt Disney.
He wrote Kurt Russell, but nobody knows why.
And he was like in everything.
Was
Disney
he in Fox and the Hound? Isn't he?
Yes, he's a voice in
Todd
Fox and
or
the
Copper or some shit.
Mm-hmm. Escape from New York, The Thing. And so he did how many
This
John
was
Carpenters?
the fourth of 5 movies that they did together, which was Elvis in 79, which we watched that.
We watched the trailer. Woo!
I got to watch that now because I've never seen
that.
it. So, we got to watch it. And Escape from New York in 81, The Thing in 82, and Escape from LA in 96. So, this was in between the 4th and 5th.
Kim Cattrall is Gracie Law. Mm-hmm. I didn't know her. I probably had already seen Mannequin because it came out the next year, and I think I saw Mannequin when I after it came out.
I think I saw that first.
Yeah, and so I knew her from that.
Mm-hmm.
James Hong is Lo Pan, which he had been in Blade Runner. I don't know that I would have seen.
No,
in Blade
I don't
Runner
think so.
This,
and then he was in Wayne's World too.
Right. So after this, lots of stuff.
Right. Just lots of stuff, just in general.
In general,
in all
for
kinds
sure.
of shit.
And because he'd been around since the 50s or 60s being in TV things.
Well, because he only died like a couple years ago. Like it wasn't that long ago he died.
A long life.
He did. Because he's like super old.
Because he's
this
immortal.
movie and I know.
Well,
like 600 years old.
He's still around somewhere.
He probably is. He had to go into hiding.
Dennis Dunn as Wang Chi. I didn't know him from anything.
No, I guess they wanted Jackie Chan.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But they didn't think that
already?
his... Well, yeah, but they didn't think his English was good enough.
Right.
So they were like, well, we'll get this guy to do it. Which, I mean,
hey,
it's fine. Well, he's supposed to be the main character. Like, Jack Burton's a sidekick.
Well, because Wang is the superhero.
Well, yeah, he's the superhero.
Sure.
Like, he's the bumbling sidekick. But that's this whole opening scene is added afterwards because the studio didn't get that he was a sidekick. Like they did this to make him seem like a hero.
Ah, okay.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
Right. Victor Wong as Egg Shen from Golden Child, I think, came out right around the same time. I saw that. Kate Burton as Margot, nothing.
No.
Donald Lee as Eddie Lee, nothing.
No.
Carter Wong as Thunder, nothing.
Nope.
Peter Kwong
Nope.
as Rain, nothing.
Nope, nope,
James
nope.
Pax as Lightning, nothing. And Suzee Pai as Miao Yin, nothing.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
So,
Sorry.
but that's the cast that I got. Too.
Right. That's what. And I guess at some point, Kurt Russell was John Carpenter's only choice for the role, but the studio suggested Jack Nicholson and Clint Eastwood.
No.
Who?
It had to be Kurt Russell.
I
Come
know.
on.
Well, that's what it was. Carpenter's only choice. And Snake Plissken is based on Clint Eastwood, and Jack Burton is based on John Wayne.
I was gonna say I have notes here that when he's doing the CB radio, that's fully a
fully-
John
yeah.
Wayne impression.
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
So that's his thing or whatever. And I guess Jeff Bridges was also considered.
I could
the
maybe
role of
feel
Jack.
Jeff Bridges in this
I
role.
could
maybe,
feel
in
it, but
that
this
era.
This Kurt Russell
But
though.
come on now.
I mean,
Come on
Oh.
now.
I mean, the only thing that comes close to this is Tombstone
Right. And then
with the
so
Kurt Russells.
not only is this directed by John Carpenter,
Yes.
the music is by John Carpenter.
Well, the Coupe de Villes
Yes.
is him and with Tommy Castle.
I don't know
fucking
who
shit.
all's in it.
I thought I wrote it down, but I didn't. But it's people. It's known people in the first PA on this movie is the
Okay.
band that it. So we should probably look that up on the fucking thing. Sorry.
Hey, Egg Shen.
Hey,
Take a note.
so Egg Shen, why don't you take us on a tour of what the fuck I'm
Who's
supposed
in
to
the
be
band?
talking about?
Who's in John Carpenter's band? Speaking of a tour,
Yes.
Egg Shen is taking a group of people. Or no.
No,
He's
first we're in
starting
the
out
lo-
being interviewed.
Right, and this was the thing that they added afterwards, and he talks that he has to give a testimony about what happened down there.
And where is Jack Burton?
Right, and he's like, leave him alone. We're in debt to him. He's a hero.
Yes.
You know, whatever. And he was like, well, do you believe in the magic or whatever? He's
Oh,
like, "Well,
sure.
of course I do. Like Chinese black magic, sorcery and shit. Like for real, I do.
Magic, monsters, ghosts? Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you have to believe too. Well,
Right.
why?
Well, I can
Because
show
it's
you.
real.
It's real.
And how do you know it's real? Just casual lightning between my palms.
Just betwixt his hands. Right. But yeah.
Some sound effects in there.
And he was like, and that was right. And he
A lot
says,
of
and that
those.
was nothing. Right.
Right.
And he was like, but that's how it always starts. Very small.
And then we have the big rig cruising down the road.
Pork Chop Express hauling ass.
And Jack is on the CBBSing.
Just talking to fucking whoever.
You paid your dues.
The check's in the mail. And this is like the whole thing that he says. It spells out basically what happens in the movie. Because he talks about when some wild-eyed 8-foot maniac, which is the monster, grabs you by your neck and taps the back of your favorite head up against the barroom wall, and he looks you crooked in the eye, and he asks you if you paid your dues. And then, yeah, of course, like, you know, remember what old Jack Burton says at a time like this, which you could not remember last time.
I was all.
and neither
What
could
does
I.
he say? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The check is in
Have
the
you
mail.
paid your dues, Jack? Yes, sir. The check is in the mail. But he says like something about the lightning and the thunder.
Okay.
And
so
all of
is
that shit.
Since that's how it wraps up too, are we to believe that that's the ending at the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's, I don't know, it wraps it all up in a little package, kind of.
So he pulls into this farmer's market in the rain.
Right. He pulls into Chinatown or whatever that is on a dark and stormy night.
And these dudes start unloading animals off his truck. And he goes in to the market, gets some dumplings,
Right.
a beer.
Seems like he's pretty friendly with the locals. He ends up gambling all night
Yep.
with Wang. And,
He wins his money, and Wang is like not fucking around. He needs this money.
well, why would he be gambling all night, Wang? You knew this shit.
He thought, I don't know. He thought he was going to come up. He thought he was going to.
He could do nothing or double.
He didn't think, yep. Which, why is it nothing or double?
Because
I've
that's
never
how he
heard you say it
talks.
that way.
That's just how he said it, because it's
Yeah, he
you
says
know,
it
whatever.
repeatedly. Nothing.
Yeah,
or double.
nothing or double, Jack.
He's gonna chop this bottle in half with this rusty ass machete.
Yeah,
whatever this is.
But not that bottle.
No, so Jack's like, no,
Mm-mm,
because
not that bottle. This bottle. So he takes a swig and puts the bottle down, and He tries to do it and whoosh.
Ooh, that bottle shoots across the table.
Oh,
Jack catches it,
of course, it's all in the reflexes.
but Wang don't have the money.
Nope.
Not on him anyway.
Right. So they have to go, and he was like talking about this girl he hasn't seen in 5 years.
He's got to go to the airport and pick up his green-eyed lady.
Right. And he
from
was like, and
Peking.
that's why the bottle didn't slice, because my mind and my body are
Yes.
going north and south.
His yin and yang are all off.
Right. Because he talks about that. He's like, it always happens at home. Like, I've done this before.
So he's been practicing just chopping up bottles at home.
I
apparently.
don't know
But when
how
you
that
see
works.
later, he been training, girl.
Oh, yeah. No, he knows what he's doing.
Like nobody knows.
he
He's
is
just
not a
some-
bumbling fool.
He's a restaurant owner.
Right.
Like Jack's just like, oh, this is just some fucking. He don't know nothing.
Right. Right.
But no, he saved all his money to bring his childhood sweetheart here.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack's like, you're not getting out of my sight. Basically, I'll give you a
Right.
ride.
Like, we're going to go pick her up at the airport. So they drive down to the airport. They see Gracie Law.
Kim Cattrall's in the crowd waiting at the airport.
And then we also see the Lords of Death.
Well, so first Jack goes up to shoot his shot.
Oh, yeah.
Fail.
That's right.
Lords of Death like bang into the both of them.
Yes, they cause a commotion.
Kim ditches him as she has this Polaroid of some girl
Mm-hmm.
who you see arriving off the plane.
Right.
The gang moves in. Wang spots his lady. Like this is all happening simultaneously.
They've all gotten off the same flight.
Yes.
That's the both girls have.
And the gang grabs Gracie's friend, but Jack intercepts.
Right.
And they pull out all these sneaky weapons.
Oh,
Trip him from behind. Grab the girl with the green eyes instead.
right.
Wang's lady, Miao Yin.
Miao Yin.
And Gracie and her friend go hide in the parking garage.
Yeah, and then they run out and they're like, where'd they go?
She points him out.
She points them out. They run through in like this fucking ride.
They almost get run over by like this Firebird
They
or
look
whatever it is.
so fucking cool in this car.
Oh man.
It's so cool.
Son of a bitch must pay.
Must pay.
So then Jack wants to know why they steal your girl, Wang.
Right? And he was
What's
like,
going on here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So back in the city, we see Egg Shen giving a tour.
Now he's giving the tour of Chinatown.
Right, on this fine, warm day.
Jack's coming up this fucking narrow ass road. I don't know if you ever been to San Francisco, y'all.
Oh, again, I
If you're
fucking
not
love it
from
there.
here,
But yeah.
San Francisco's amazing. Don't drive if you don't have
No,
to.
if you don't have to drive, it's better just to walk.
Just walk around.
Walk and take the bus.
Yep, take that trolley.
There's a lot of public transportation.
because these streets are narrow.
They're narrow, and I mean, I don't know. Maybe there are secret neighborhoods in the back of these alleyways. Who knows? Who
I
could
haven't
say?
been there.
Maybe the black blood of the earth is running underneath of San Francisco. Maybe, I don't know. It's a really old
I haven't
place.
been to that part of San Francisco.
I stayed in Chinatown. It was super cool.
Yeah, but I was a little kid.
Oh, I
but
was
then
an
again,
adult.
let's see. If I was like 9, so it would have been like 1989.
See?
The Chinatown that I experienced was not too far off of because there was
Maybe,
think, a
yeah,
parade.
because
There was like these little shops where like things cost. I remember my mom buying me it was like a cardboard cat with a bobblehead that had like fur on it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it was 27 cents.
yeah.
Like it was just
Get whatever
random.
kind of
There
shit.
was just walls full of stuff and like Chinese fans and all kinds of cool shit.
Like I told you when we stayed there, we stayed at that hotel, and I can't remember what it was called, but like you go out of the doors and it's like the market
in Chinatown.
Yeah, and like they all put it. You could watch them all put it away at night, whatever. I don't know. It was cool. I love it there. But
Somewhere
yes,
I have a picture of me in my sweater when I was 9. I had a Chinatown sweater with a dragon from when we went to.
Oh.
Yeah, when we went and stayed there. Went to fucking Alcatraz and all that shit.
oh yeah, you got to do all that stuff.
So anyway, he's giving the tour.
Right.
And Jack's coming up. They almost crash.
Yeah, he says something in Chinese, I assume. Like he's
Yeah, right.
doing swearing or whatever that is. And they almost run into each other, and he pulls off the make a right now.
And like this is an expensive big
I
rig to
know.
be taking a leap of faith on making a right
Right?
in this alley. Right? It's already narrow.
Right. So he hits that right and hits that alley like scoop.
He gets down there. There's this woman chopping up a duck, and he's like, "Oh, can you give
Right,
me?
she's
Can you tell
like,
me where?" And she's like,
No.
"Nope." She goes
And it's
inside.
already like this foggy secret neighborhood, like off this whole other place, these like narrow streets and shit that they're in.
And you see Lopan creeping.
Right.
Just
you
for a
see him-
second,
yeah,
he's,
like
like,
you don't
peeking
know
out.
it's him. but
No, you just see
the-
this
and he's
dude.
like in a
His glorious drag.
right.
His
He's
dragon drag.
He just he's not wearing. He's wearing like a little bowler
Oh
hat.
no, that's
and,
right.
like,
He's just in his
he looks
regular
like a little-
man drag.
it is
That's the
regular man
drag, is
He's
regular
like a
man drag.
waistcoat and a watch.
A waistcoat.
You
and a
know,
watch.
that's how he does it.
So a funeral procession is coming down the road.
Right. They stop and they see this funeral coming for the Sing guys.
I didn't write down the names of the gangs. Or
Right.
not, was that one? I guess they were both gangs, right?
Yeah, they were something
Yeah.
like that. And then like they see on the windows the bad guys coming up.
So they're like in the middle of some sort of turf war.
Right. And he was like, "Who are the guys with the red turbans?"
Right.
And those are the Wing Kong.
Yeah.
Is the guys in the red turbans? Right. Yeah, that's what I have. But I don't know the Sings.
The other ones, the yellow.
Yeah, the other.
turban.
Yeah, the yellow guy. I don't know.
And so they first they have like little swords and knives and
Right.
shit, and then this dude with this like
I
six
love
shooter in
the
the
quick draw
vest.
guy. Well, that was the thing
bullet
with
vest.
this movie too. I guess it was originally supposed to be a western,
Okay.
which would explain the Clint Eastwood
And the John Wayne.
Yeah, and the John Wayne thing. But like, and it was instead of a stolen truck, it was a horse. So I guess this quick draw guy was like a holdover from
Okay.
the western it was supposed to be.
And then at first it's a gun battle. They all pop out with
Right.
automatic weapons.
Yeah.
Fucking blazing.
Right.
And Jack and Wang just stay in the truck like, what the
They're
fuck?
just gonna
In
hang the
middle of
fuck
this
out.
gang
Yeah.
war.
Like shit's wild. People are running around fighting, and then all of a sudden we see this green smoke,
Right.
and the storms show up.
And yeah, and they all like run screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wait. First, they had before all of that happens. So they're having their gun battle.
Right.
Then this group comes out with these matching brass staffs. Like the yellow guys had
right.
these where they had coordinated weapons.
Yeah, like they
They
had,
had money or something.
or so, I don't know, because that would.
But then you like butcher knives, axes,
Right, like,
staffs,
there's
and
all
so the
kinds of
guns
shit.
disappear. So
Right,
first
and then
they're
they just
shooting
fighting.
the shit out of everybody,
Right.
and now it's hand to hand combat.
Yeah, first you take care of the first row of dudes,
and
then
then
you
did
fight
that dude
the
get stabbed in the dick?
Yes!
Yes, we see a guy get stabbed in the dick.
There's a dude that gets stabbed straight in the dick.
Street fight melee,
Right.
And then explosion of green,
Right.
And a man in a giant hat flips out of the explosion.
Oh, I love these fucking hats.
And
I want
another
one
one.
of these. And another one.
and another, yeah,
Another one.
Three dudes with
Right.
giant straw hats pop out.
And there's like all this intense, heavy breathing and the pageantry and these.
Much electricity.
Oh my god! And these are this is Mortal Kombat based Raiden and Shang Tsung on both the Storms and Lo Pan.
Okay.
So that's where that came from. Little thing, but yeah.
And the gangs take aim and fire at the three storms.
Which why? Like they
no
showed
effect.
up in fucking.
They popped out of a green explosion.
Yes,
you
they
guys.
flew down.
You never know till you try.
I mean, I guess that's right. That's right, Jack. You're in your best Jack Burton.
Oh yes,
drag
I've got my
tonight.
Jack
Like, you're-
Burton drag on tonight.
Yes,
I'll have to take a
we'll
photo
have
for
to
the
get a
gram.
photo. Put a photo for the gram. Flexing.
And this choreographed flip knife throw.
Oh yeah, they have the synchronized moves where it's like, "Wah, wah," and then they flip and throw, and then they take out the first row of dudes.
Yes. And then Jack's face, and he just starts plowing through
Right.
his truck.
Wang
He's just
says
like,
we
I
need
don't
to
know what
get
the fuck
out
is
now. So
happening.
he starts honking. He tries to pull away, but
That dude has them palm spinning weapons.
oh, and the little hands.
Yeah, the little back
Ching,
scratchers.
ching, ching, ching.
Oh,
Yes.
what do you even call those back
I
scratchers?
don't know. I have one in my purse right now.
They flip over the truck as he drives through.
Right, but
And then there is Lo Pan.
Lo Pan, and he's doing the little "come at me, bruh."
in his top dollar finest. You know I had to do it to you, girl.
You know I had to do it.
Beat to the gods.
Yes, this eyeliner,
That purple
look,
eyeliner,
yes, with the nail. I got my nails tonight.
Yeah,
I got my Lo
she
Pan
got her
nails.
Lo Pan nails.
I'm gonna conjure up some shit.
Light pours from his eyes and mouth.
Well, he runs right into him, and then
Yes.
he stops. Which fucking why?
I know.
Did you see what was happening there? Just
run
go.
into him.
No one's gonna know that you ran over this dude. Really? Like no one's gonna know.
He was tall.
I guess that's what they keep saying.
Yeah,
but he
but he
wasn't.
didn't look that tall.
So they get out, and then he's already on the other side of the truck. And
Yeah.
He's like, I ran right into him. And then he does the light eye mouth thing.
Don't look, Jack.
Yeah, well, I already did.
And then he's like, "Oh, I'll fix it. Dirty puddle water."
Right.
in
He's
your
like, I
eyes."
can't see. Yeah. Oh, that's got to be better. You're getting worms.
Yeah. The lords of death surround them.
Right. And he was like, what are you doing, Wang Chi? And he was like, they know your name. That's not good. But I don't know if you noticed, but he's wearing a jacket with the name of his restaurant on the back of it.
And like he's probably a known because he's a local
Right.
restaurant owner.
He
they probably
lives
all
there.
eat there, and
Like,
they're
they
like,
know
"Yeah,
who
it's Wang
he is.
Chi, the guy who owns the
Wang
local
Chi
restaurant."
From the what is it, the Lagoon of the Black Pearl or
Yeah.
whatever? Yeah, it's on the back of his jacket. They deliver.
It was not that hard.
It's good food.
And so they duck into this abandoned apartment.
Mhm.
There's another dude in there hiding.
Right. They get the
He
yellow
explains
turban
the
guys are
gang
in there.
war
Right.
and the 3 storms and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm. But
they get
they get the
found,
drop. Right.
They
They
go
show
into
up
those
and then they have to
tunnels.
crawl their way out.
and that's when Jack reveals his glorious tank top
Ah, there it is.
in the tunnel.
There it is.
So they get back to Wang's restaurant, and he's
Mhm.
calling his insurance. Jack is about his truck.
Of course, because he pays about 6 G's in premiums every year.
In his lovely powder blue silk
Oh,
robe, which
this-
like was that something he bought for Miao Yin? Like, why did he have that? It was him and his uncle's place.
I don't know.
Why did he have a
It was
lady's powder
Wang's.
blue? That's Wang's
It was
nightgown.
glorious.
Yes.
They just got
I
it
mean,
from
I
a
want
market
it,
down
but-
the street. Well, I want it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just they have those things just lying around, right?
Yeah.
He might have bought it from Miao Yin.
And Wang's uncle finds out that Lo Pan appeared in the street, and he's like, "What the
Why
fuck,
didn't you
Wang?
tell me?
Why
He
didn't
was
you say
like, well,
something?"
He
This
told
is like
China
real
is
shit.
here, Mr. Burton. And Jack's like,
What
I'm
does
on the
that mean?
phone.
I don't know
Uncle.
what the hell that means.
I don't know what the hell that means. So yeah.
And then
And
Eddie
then-
Lee enters.
Eddie shows up and he tells them like, oh, this is Jack Burton. This is the guy you're always telling me about. So that was your truck.
So yeah, he's
abandoned
seen
on
the
the
truck
street.
abandoned.
And he was like abandoned like hell. And the insurance company hangs up on him.
And he
Click.
says, "Yeah, they stole your truck after you ran away,
Right.
and that they only took Miao Yin because they were just looking for a girl and
To
because,
sell real quick. Like
yeah.
they were operating under the Wing Kong exchange, which is Lo Pan's
sex trafficking
right
business.
That's
apparently.
exactly what the fuck
Yeah.
this is. Like
Yeah.
we'll get there, but like that's exactly what the fuck this is. And then a shady character shows up, and it's Gracie Law. Like, don't worry, everybody, it's just me, Gracie Law. And
They took your fiance to the White Tigers for a quick
Right.
sale. Her green eyes will double the price.
oh man, this is gonna cost. So Uncle tells, oh yeah, like he talks about Lo Pan and how he's basically a ghost. And now Wang's going down to the White Tiger to get Miao Yin back.
So yeah, the only other note I have is that he says Lo Pan has spirit medium powders.
Powders. It makes
That-
his bones of
That's
powders.
why his face is so white.
That's
he got
why
spirit medium
he beats
powders.
his face with
He
it.
beating his face with them. Like the immortals, and that he
Poof, poof,
becomes a dream.
Yes.
And then
his-
Wang tells Jack, "I promise that's an exaggeration."
Right.
Which,
But it's
no,
not.
It ain't.
Because he ran over him. I love it when he runs over him, though. It's just like a little mannequin thing. It's like poof, and like he falls over.
Mannequin.
Mannequin.
Speaking of,
Yes.
we got
Gracie Law.
They dress Jack up like a dumb businessman and
Oh,
send
yeah.
him into the sex trafficking ring.
They send him in there to go get her, and then she like jumps out of the car because she thinks she knows that other car, and it's another white lady journalist who she tells her like what's going on. Like there's a girl in there, we've got a man inside.
Yeah, I got my best
Stirring
man
the
inside.
pot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So she's trying to
Uh-huh.
get a story in the paper.
Right. So Jack's inside, like
He
goofing
meets
his
the
way
madam
through.
or whoever.
And she talks about how Mrs. O'Toole will take care of your needs. And she says, cash out charge.
And he wants a girl with green eyes,
And that
he'll pay
sets her
extra.
off. Yeah. And she's like, hold
Chinese
up.
girls don't come with
They
green
don't come with
eyes.
green eyes. So she runs back there to her room where
Where
they got
she's
her tied up in
tied
the
up,
back.
yep.
And they don't seem to know. Because
It's
they
just because I don't know. Did Lo Pan not yet know they had a girl with green
I
eyes
don't
at this point?
think
Because
so.
I don't think he would have let her be in the brothel.
No,
he
I
thought
don't
this
think
was
he
his
knew that. Like,
bride
I don't
they
think that
found.
was his plan. I
No.
think he found out that a girl, because he says, like, after all these years, like hundreds of years, however many times it's been, however many times.
2000 and
Well, because he
something
says
years or
also later,
something.
oh, there have been others.
Yeah, so that's not
But-
his first girl with green eyes.
No, it's not. It's not.
So Wang is like, it's been too long. He wants to go in. Jack is in the room with another girl, asking her how this whole thing works, and then the whole building starts to shake.
Right. Is it an earthquake? No, there's like green glowing shit on top
It's a
of the
huge
building.
green orb of light.
And the storms are there to collect Miao Yin for Lo
Right.
Pan.
So now they know. So the roof blows off.
And again, Jack thinks he's going to fight these motherfuckers. Like, bruv.
Yeah. They
No.
float in from the sky.
Right.
And
They're
he lifts
magic.
his hat and punches this guy in the face like,
Come
and
on.
the guy's no effect. Like,
Come on.
he punches him into the next room.
Yeah.
And he's just like, no. So the storms cut the girl free and take her with them and ride the lightning out of the room.
Ride the lightning.
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
Explosions, people flying in and out. That was not real. I want to talk to the cops.
Right.
That's
Cops
what
got
he
better things to do
Yeah.
than get killed.
What you're gonna tell?
You
want
want to go tell the cops? What are they going to do? They're going to infiltrate the sex trafficking ring. They're already not on it.
They're probably benefiting from this.
I'm sure they're part of it, Jack. I mean, if we're, yeah, probably.
because later at the end, the cops come out and start shooting at the good
That's
guys.
right,
from
they do.
Lopez.
Or
Yeah.
were they like security guards? Maybe they were.
Maybe they were
security
just
guards.
security. I don't know.
But still, like I thought that too. Like the cops aren't going to do shit, Jack. Really?
Yeah. So they go back to Gracie's office with everybody to reconvene.
Right. It's her apartment / office.
And they're talking about the godfather of Chinatown, the elusive David Lopan.
Right. Like you saw him?
No, it's not possible that you saw
Right.
him.
No, it couldn't possibly be him.
And Jack demands the truth from Wang. He can take it.
Right. But
And Wang gives him nothing.
the truth is, we don't know. I don't know what the fuck
and he
is going
doesn't
on.
tell him anything, and he still is coming with him. He
Right,
gives
but
him no info.
He's still going to go. Like they're going to walk in and out of there like the wind.
Yeah, and if we're not back by dawn, call the president.
Oh, he's so fucking cute with them little dimples, his little winky eye.
Kurt Russell.
Oh, with that mullet. Oh my God, he's so cute. He's cute as fucking Santa Claus. You seen this shit?
I still haven't watched
That
it
is the
'cause I feel
hottest motherfucking
uncomfortable.
Santa Claus
I
I
feel
have
uncomfortable
ever
about being
seen.
attracted to Santa Claus.
I
so
am
haven't
turning
watched
into
it.
Blanche Devereaux. Blanche Devereaux's got a thing for Santa Clauses.
Oh.
Or is it Rose? No, it's Blanche.
Okay.
But yes.
So at the Wing Kong Trading Company.
Oh yeah, they're gonna just walk right in, and Jack says we need Cracker Jack timing, and
ready,
they walk.
Jack?
And I love that he's got just a telephone
I know.
that he's
just a-
waving at him like
a
that's his
landline.
proof. And he's like, "Oh, you gotta love working nights and whatever." And they walk right in and start to wander these secret halls.
Right, so they bust past security by saying basically they're there to replace this fucking
The telephone
loose phone.
line or whatever. This
Yeah.
loose phone that we brought this phone with
We brought
us. We're
this
gonna
phone.
fix it, obviously.
Back at the restaurant, Egg Shen's translating something, and he says it's been 2 hours. Oh, Gracie says it's been 2 hours, and she's ready to go. Like, already
Right,
go
but
get
she
them.
can't go there because there's a problem with her face.
So back there, Jack sees signs of two people dragging a third. So they like
Yes.
follow this track to a false wall, find
They
a
get
secret
in there,
door
and it's an elevator.
that only goes down.
Right, so they just
They get in,
they get in and everything's cool
lights go out.
for a minute.
Then, before we see what happens, back to Egg Shen and Uncle talking about Lopan's furies are imbalanced. and
Right.
This is why he can live forever.
He has to appease the demon.
He plays at being a man, but he's a creature of vast darkness and destructive power.
Ooh.
So they're back in the elevator. It is now filling up with water.
Oh, God damn it. This is seawater.
And this is why they got in so easy. Because
Right.
they
You thought
knew
we
they were
could just
coming.
walk in and out of there like the wind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was your plan.
That's what you said.
So it goes over their heads, and Drac?
Who?
Woo.
He's not in this movie?
Count Bacula?
Bakula. Scott Bakula.
So Jack pries open the elevator doors into the hell.
Oh, the hell of the upside down sinners. And this is fucking gross.
It's really gross.
Like
It's
they're
scary.
meaty. Like
They're-
it looks like real rotting corpses.
It does.
Oh.
The hell of the upside down 50 Cent. That was Liana's from earlier. Let me not
50
steal your
Cent
joke.
Nicole. It's Fitty. Everybody knows.
Oh,
it's
I'm
spelled
sorry.
that way.
50 Cent. The upside down 50 Cent.
Upside down 50 cent.
50 cents. Enunciation.
50 cents. That's what he looks like now. He's the full 50 cents. He's a half a dollar. He's a silver dollar.
You got that dad bod.
Oh man. Hey, you know what? I saw a thing that said like you're not the same size as
Oh,
they were
hell
when
no.
that
Yeah,
song
I
came
ain't
out
saying
too.
shit.
So shut the fuck
I've
up.
gained just as much weight, I'm sure.
I would look like that in a white tank top hanging upside,
Upside
down,
down,
too.
So yeah, and like they come up and spit out this fucking water full
Oh.
of dead flesh.
Oh,
Fucking
oh.
gross.
Nasty.
And they-
Nasty.
They get taken into a room by which storm? The
Is
thunder?
it the one with the wig? No.
No,
Wind?
it's the other one.
The one that explodes?
The one that explodes.
That's wind. Yeah. Well, so he says, like, I can help you. Well, he takes the other ones into... Oh, no, when they get back down to the thing, does he take the other ones because they go in?
Well, all I have a note here that he unveils this glorious $3,000 wig.
Oh.
And then in that suit, this man is
See,
foine.
this is the thing that we fuck. Oh, yeah, he is.
He foine.
He is giving these looks like every fucking time. And yes, that wig, the one that wears the wig is Thunder.
Okay.
Thunder is the one with the wig. And that wig was a $3,000 wig.
I just put him down as Sexy Storm.
Yes.
I got Sexy Storm, Lightning, and Hernia Storm. Those are their names.
There's lightning, thunder,
And wind.
and wind.
Okay.
But yes, Hernia Storm, fine ass Storm with this fine ass fucking wig. You know that shit? $3,000 and it took 3 hours to take it off.
And you said like he insisted on...
Yes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
I mean, look at him.
It's gorgeous.
And so they put them in some wheelchairs and take
Right.
them into a throne room.
They're blindfolded and put in the wheelchairs, right? Or is this where they go to...
When
okay.
old ass Lopan wheels in.
This tiny ass little old man.
This decrepit.
Desiccated.
Like almost no skin.
Nope.
Little
He's
stringy
see-through.
hairs.
He's see-through.
You came here to see David Lopan.
Yeah.
Eh?
Huh? Huh?
Yeah. And Jack's demanding his truck, and Lopan's like, no, you're looking for a girl with green eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been waiting for her for over 2,000
years for a girl like that.
And he immediately starts grilling Wang about Miao Yin and her
Do you know her
parents,
mother?
where's she
Her
from.
father? Is he a holy man? I must know.
He's going to send them to hell where their skin is peeled off and they're while they're still alive.
Right.
And he's like, is he serious? Yeah, he's serious.
Yeah, he's totally serious. And like he needs a woman to make him young
A
again.
special woman with dragon green eyes.
Yes, like Creamy Jane.
And so the god he must appease wants this girl. He's got to marry her and the curse will be lifted.
Right. And he needs to appease this demon to rule the universe. And that's when he says, indeed.
And Jack is not buying that in 2,000 years he couldn't find one girl with green eyes. And he's
You
like,
couldn't
well,
find one chick to fit the bill. Come on.
there have been others.
Oh, there have been others for sure.
But, didn't work out.
No, they have to tame the
He
burning
killed
blade.
them all, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they didn't survive the
Yeah.
burning blade.
Yeah, right.
There's trials.
And so their friends, Jack's friends show up, and now this really pisses Lopan off.
Yeah, this really pisses me off to no end.
And he assures them Mao is safe and wheels off.
There is no safer thing on earth.
And before we find out what Gracie and the gang do,
Gracie and the gang, like they're the Scooby gang.
we are going to take a quick break.
Yep.
We'll be right back. All right, one thing you guys may not know about Doom Generation Podcast is we are some cheapskates.
Dude, we do not like to spend the coin at all.
So when we were about to do this podcast, we did some major searching into what is the cheapest way
We did more research into how to do this than
that
we
we
do
do for
into
the
our
podcast.
podcast.
And let me tell you what, this Anchor is like the only free platform that distributes your podcast for you to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and a whole bunch of other places.
You can do all kinds of stuff when you're doing it too. You can record your sound effects, you can manage your episodes, and you can track your little analytics.
Yep, you can see where everybody's listening from, how often they're listening.
From your phone, from
Yep.
your computer.
You
Like
can
we
record from
probably
your
still
phone.
would not have had any episodes out.
If it were not
If
for
it
Anchor,
were not for if
this
it were not for
podcast
Anchor,
would
we
not be in your
we
ear
would
holes
still-
right now.
No, it would not. We would still be just recording it for ourselves.
Yep, listening back to ourselves
Laughing
in the
at our
garage.
own jokes.
So if you would like to have a podcast, but you don't know if you want to spend any money, you need to go get this Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and get started now.
And we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
And we're back.
It's Gracie and the Pussy.
They are at the front desk causing trouble.
Yes.
They want a tour.
Yes. And then Wind comes out and says that he can help.
Oh, yes, in his fine suit.
Oh, yeah.
So Jack and Wang are wheeled into a room of corpses or, well, skeletons hanging from the walls.
Right. There's all kinds of shit going on in there. And they get left alone. So
they lock him in.
Jack tries to get out. He gets out of his blindfold and smashes the wheelchair. Those wheelchairs from like fucking the Changeling. Yes!
My medal.
My father.
If you haven't seen the Changeling from like 1980, go check it out.
We're going to have to do that one.
Oh,
It's going to be like our slip into the 70s
Uh-huh.
special.
And so Gracie and crew are being given a tour by Wind.
Oh, right. They get into the elevator and then they start getting, are we going up?
Gassed. Yeah.
Or down. So they get gassed.
They pass out and he sends the crew in to gather them up.
Right.
Jack gets Wang out of his restraints. They're trying to find a way out.
Right.
Wang knows something he isn't telling.
Yes.
Myths and legends.
I don't
want to insult you.
Right. But insult me, Wang.
Yes. So he tells them about an ancient army of the dead, spirit cities.
272 BC.
The Lopan was cursed. Yep. And he says that basically they're all told this growing up and they pretend not to believe it, but it's all real.
Right. Their stories they hear as children.
Sorcery, Chinese black magic, it's all legit.
All the things.
So that someone's coming. So they get back in their chairs and blindfold themselves.
Right.
And Wynn brings Eddie in.
Yes, and puts him on a hook.
And Jack grabs him from behind. He throws him off.
Right. He's like, they go to run. He's like, come on, Jack, let's go. He's like, I don't know how.
Yeah, he's stuck on his back like a fucking backpack. Like, I don't know what to do. He's not moving.
He's so funny in this. Like, he's totally the comedic foil. He's definitely the sidekick.
For sure. And so he gets back. He's pushed back in the wheelchair and flies down the ramp backwards and stops at the edge of this well.
Oh, and you just know he used his for real core strength.
Woo,
his Kurt Russell core strength.
Sits himself up off that edge, jumps out and chucks that chair into the well.
Yes.
Goes back. Eddie tells them the plan. They get the guns of the guys he all knocked down with the wheelchair sliding down the ramp.
Right. He asked where the girls are, and they're inside. They went into another part of the place.
And they had trapped Wind inside that room they were in, and he finally bursts out as they're taking off.
That's right.
Lopan is on the phone telling somebody to boil them until their flesh falls off.
Right.
And then I wrote Himalayan salt lamp Lopan action.
He starts lighting up, and yes, indeed, he looks like a Himalayan salt lamp.
He turns beautiful and glides across the room.
He becomes a ghost, but he cannot, he goes through a couch and goes through the wall. And he finds Miao Yin, and he cannot touch her. He's like
she's just floating in this
she's doing that
robe.
The ring of, whatever, like the levitation trick that you'd see.
And so he air gropes her with his long silver nails.
He's got these massive coconut, those are for gaggers.
That's a a rail, man.
That is a rail.
But he cannot touch her. He wants to be flesh again soon, he begs.
Yes, he needs to appease
demon god.
that demon.
There's fighting in the hallway. Jack finally gets the safety off his gun.
Right.
He doesn't even know how to shoot.
No, of course not. He seems genuinely surprised to have killed that guy.
Yeah, he shoots a guy and the look on his face like,
right.
Oh, fuck.
Is this the first time you plugged a guy? He's like, of course not.
No.
Yeah.
They get back in the elevator, go up.
Margot's there writing her memoirs.
Writing her fucking Anne Frank diary. She's been in there for 5 minutes. Right. And she's like,
15 minutes
the
tops.
conditions.
Oh, she looks at it like, this is so good.
And she's all loose just laying on a bed. Gracie's all gagged and tied up.
Well, she says later, they tied her up because she was a hellcat.
Yeah, she's not docile. Wang holds Eddie hostage.
Yes, they go and they have to get through the lady guards.
Yeah, it's all lady guards, which I guess good that at least the sex trafficked girls are guarded by ladies.
It's not good that anyone's getting sex trafficked, Nicole.
But if you have to find the silver lining,
I guess so. Always look on the bright side of life.
And so he's I guess just in the excitement of they don't realize that's his friend.
Fight. They're kicking his ass.
They're kicking his ass.
They have a whole thing and
whack the guns out of their hands with these bamboo reed.
Right. Jack weapons. Is sneaking over the top to release all the ladies or whatever, and like he manages to do so.
And this is where we start to realize Wang might be a little bit of a badass because he like kicks his bitch off the bridge.
Oh yes,
he's like, yeah, he's a fighter.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
So
Eddie is not.
Jack gets into the lady cage.
Right, and then he goes to find Gracie and cuts her loose.
Shoots the locks off and gets all the girls out. They start running and screaming.
Screaming, of course, because shh, cool it.
Get out quietly.
Right,
man.
come on. I mean, this is a jailbreak.
So Wang's still fighting on the bridge. Jack releases Gracie. Wang kicks the last girl in the face as he gets all the girls out. The rest of the gang arrives and starts blasting.
So anyway, I just started blasting.
They get out and shut the door. Everyone jumps down the water and like, how did they know there was a tunnel down there?
Isn't that how they got there?
They came up through the tunnel?
I don't know.
Under the water?
Whatever. They tell them all to jump down the thing.
Oh, how the girls got there?
Not how they got there. I don't know. I don't know.
The water elevator.
Yeah, the water elevator thing.
You might be right.
The boys might have known about it, but the girls might not have known about it.
So
but
they take a leap of faith into this fucking thing.
They jump down there and swim through the tunnel.
And Gracie's panicking like, where's the first person? Where's the next person? Where's the next person? And then where's Jack? Jack! And then he pops up. She hugs him. He kisses her. And she's like, whoa now.
He's just thrilled to be alive.
Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
And then he's still flirting as they swim down the tunnel. Like, stop rubbing your body against me.
He's so fucking cute, though.
Like, fuck, dude.
He's got those utility boots.
That moccasins?
Oh, Muk Luks.
Utility boots?
They are. He's got several knives in these fucking boots.
Yeah. So they come up in a central sewer, and Action Man Jack climbs up to see. So that's like his only, where he's the leader of the pack.
Right.
Like he goes up
first. And like they come back up at that false door that they went in the first time.
They all follow him. And he's like, okay, it's about to get real normal.
Yeah, from here on out,
off his front.
Right. So just follow the leader. And he opens the door and boop.
Whole gang's out there.
The whole gang's here. So.
Oops, we may be trapped.
Right. So he tells them to hide.
And the gang starts breaking down the door.
Right, because he was like, oh, they only saw me, so everybody run and hide.
And now that he broke the seal of shooting one dude, he just goes ahead and just blasts every dude who walks into the room.
Why not? He shoots until he's out of bullets, and he manages a few.
But then more pour in.
Eventually, they're going to have to fight. So again, with the knife boot.
Wang starts kicking everyone in the face. Neck chopping motherfuckers.
Wang don't play.
Jack's trying to get his knife, throws it on accident, trying to pull it out of his boot.
He's a bumbling fool.
Wang's being a full-on badass.
Yes.
And Jack's back. They're all already down. So he comes back with the knife, and they're all passed out.
Of course,
Wang's
like he finally jumps up, ready to go, and everybody like he's already taken care of everything. And then Egg Shen is waiting outside.
Yeah, so they go outside. Coast is clear. Egg Shen's there with the bus.
But the statue has eyes.
Crazy red and yellow eyes spying on them. And as they go out, like the phone guy is just like, we're just going to go out. They point the guns at the guards.
Right.
But Gracie...
Of course.
Gotta be inquisitive.
Well, because the secret door opens. So, of course, she looks inside.
Kills the cat.
Curiosity gonna kill this bitch.
And this big hairy fucking Muppet arm comes out and yanks her into the wall.
Not the Muppet.
Ludo. Only this is fucking Ludo's scary cousin.
Ludo.
So the rest of them all get on the bus. Guards are shooting at them. They make their getaway and realize we're minus one Gracie Law and one Miao Yin.
Well, first, like he goes, well, where's Miao Yin? She's like, she's inside.
And so is Gracie.
And Jack's like, where's Gracie? She's also in there. Like, oh, God damn it.
She is with this wiggly toed.
Yes.
Mad ball faced.
Yes.
Hairy monster.
Boglin.
With these big. Did you notice the cheeks? The hairy cheeks?
Yes.
The booty on this monster?
All the things.
Whoa.
The toes, most likely.
Those
like
toes were wiggly as
hell. Fucking jiggly little toes and the fingers.
You're trying to be scared of it.
Like, what the fuck even is that?
What's happening down there?
I don't know.
So it chains her up, and the storms come in their suits. Well, two of the storms at first, I think you see. The third one's, I think, at the end or something.
Right.
And then Lopan wheels in. And he's got two girls with green eyes.
He sees that she has green eyes, and she's feisty.
She wants to know where's Lopan.
Yeah, duh, bitch.
She is not getting
Obviously.
it. As smart as she is, she's not getting it.
No, she's not. And then back at the restaurant, they go to make a plan to get the gals back and his truck.
Yes. And Egg Shen brings the other gang. And he tries to give Jack this big-ass gun.
Yeah. He's like, makes you feel like Dirty Harry. which was also in San Francisco.
And I'm kind of surprised he passed up this big old fucking shooter right here.
He was like, I'm going to stick with my shit. Which, did he
ever
even reload it?
I don't know.
We never saw it. Well, because I don't think he fires it again.
I don't know.
I think he just wields it. I don't think he ever fires. Like, he uses knives from
Maybe
here
that's
on
why
out.
he keeps it. He knows it's empty, and he's like,
I don't know. It just looks good. It like distracts away from his boot knives.
So Gracie is thrown in a room and told if she plays her cards right, she'll live to talk about it.
Right. And like Miao Yin's been getting a nap through this entire
she's
situation.
with the nap queen Miao Yin.
Right. She gets to sleep in these luxurious fabrics.
And here comes sexy Lopan telling her about the magic.
Right. The magic is the darkest magic. He must find her, the girl with green eyes, to marry so she could tame the burning blade.
His soul swims in it, scattered across time, trapped in a world of formlessness until he finds and marries the girl with green eyes.
The girl with green eyes.
And then his Himalayan salt lamp eyes go off.
Right. And yes, in case anybody's wondering, these were particularly good colorful contacts, but I still feel like they smell.
That's right. That's right.
Because on this like HD fucking television, when you're watching it, like you can really see that pupil differentiations.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And they look like they stink a little bit. I don't know.
So the Jack and his crew head back to Egg Shen's and gear up.
Right.
And Egg Shen reveals his fire pole to the underworld.
Right. Yes. And this is his Egg Shen's place is the same interior as Ghostbusters, the firehouse.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like if you look at the window, it looks exactly the same, and that makes sense that they have the fire pole and all that stuff. So yeah.
It goes down towards the universe.
Yes, they need to get close to the soul of the earth.
So they all head down.
And they see that's not water. It's the black blood of the earth running under the ground.
Yes.
And Egg is telling them tales about some shit.
Well, before we even get there, there's just a quick pan over to Lopan
on
on his throne.
He's having a talent show.
And being entertained by the storms giving themselves hernias.
But it's just wind mostly.
Yeah. It's
giving himself a hernia.
Giving himself a hernia.
He's doing the little prance about. Like,
he's got green-eyed ladies at his side, apparently like hypnotized or something.
Right. They're all bewitched.
So then, down underground, Egg Shen starts telling them the lore of the black blood of the earth.
Yes.
And then wind, after like 20 minutes of slow fucking prancing down the...
Right. Yes.
He arrives at the lady's feet and lays down his weapons.
Yes, and that's the burning blade, I assume.
Right. And then sexy storms turn with this wig.
This $3,000 wig worth every follicle.
And he comes down the runway much faster. No slow-mo scenes for him.
No, he doesn't get a full...
No. He doesn't get to...
No, he doesn't get to do a whole show. No. But like they're all part of it somehow.
And then he has the women grab his swords.
Yeah, I'll grab his sword. Keep that wig on though.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, hunty. Then lightning shits his pants.
Yes.
As Lopan
I don't even want to do it because I feel like I'll fucking...
And so, yes, they are holding on to these storms, floating into the air.
Right. They grab the blades and
all
they both
the storms seem to be like helping
that's like they're
push
all
them into the air.
Doing a thing.
That's why all the pants shitting.
Right. Hence all the hernias.
And then the savage blade, and they both survive. So he's going to marry them
I'll
both.
marry them both.
So back underground, water's churning.
Yes, there's some shit happening down in the sewers. Like there's breathing underwater, and then boo!
Oof.
This big ass bug comes out and totally fucking eats that guy.
Right?
And Egg throws a flashbang thing, and he's like, "It will come out no more."
And then just move on.
Wait, what? Huh?
It's fine.
What will come out no more? Like,
it's
no,
normal.
They never explained to you what the fuck that was. Under the grounds of San Francisco, you guys, just so you know.
There's giant bugs.
Don't go down there.
Monsters.
Don't go down there.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
So back to Gracie and Mao in their wedding drag.
Oh, I love
Beautiful.
it. The luxurious robes.
And Gracie's like snapped out of it.
Right. She wakes up for a second.
And then one of the storms comes in. Lightning makes the lightning in his hands.
Right, yeah.
Makes all their eyes turn white.
Their eyes turn white and whatever. And then like the boys finally make it into Lopan's domain. They like slide through that tunnel in that fish hole.
Lands in the pile of dead fish.
Right. And then they
And
get
that
in.
dude bites, just looks at it and bites the head off this raw fish.
He's feeling snacky.
Oh.
And then Egg's like, I got some bad news. Ready?
No, now for some more bad news, all excitedly. Over 2,000 years ago, the first sovereign emperor subjugated Lo Pan and made him just an evil dream.
I'm so glad you did this.
He has to find the girl of the prophecy to appease the god. He has to marry her and then kill her.
Mm-hmm.
Egg has a flask of power.
Yes.
Only a dream can kill a dream.
Right.
He's waited a long time for this.
Right. And for a second, I was like, has Egg had a ponytail this whole time? But he's got a furry thing on his little bandolier.
Okay.
But yeah.
Someone's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the gang passes by. They sneak out.
Right.
These
and they see
dudes
these
in
two...
their crazy wedding armor come out.
Yeah, they're all dressed up. And like Jack's like, are those guys real?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
They're dressed for the wedding.
Right. And he was like, so what's in that flask? Magic potion?
Yep.
Thought so.
Did we drink it?
Yes.
Thought so.
Yeah, thought
Yeah.
so. Right.
Then back to the brides. They go down
They're
the
in this, like,
escalator
yeah.
to the neon wedding.
What, they had this neon installed, and like how far
Really?
underground are we? They had an escalator installed
And
the neon
gods.
installed and
Yeah.
these statues and this shit
It's crazy.
and this pageantry.
The pageantry, Lo Pan. Come on.
Oh, he's here for it.
And so then back in the halls, the fleshy ball of eyeballs.
Oh, this thing, this fucking
What's it called?
It's
Does it
like
have a
slimy.
name?
I don't know. It's like a little messenger guy.
Didn't he say it's like a guardian?
It's a
or something
security
like that?
system.
Yeah. So, oh God,
like a
please,
Roomba
what is that?
slash-
Don't tell me.
Yeah, don't tell me.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know. How could you even explain it?
And like, there's an eye in the mouth when it opens
yes,
its mouth.
with his tongue too. Later on,
Yes.
he's-
And then Lo Pan sees them through this guy and is like, the bastard sorcerer Egg Shen brought them.
right.
And so he knows they're apparently old
Well, he's
enemies.
he's like an intercom. Like he can speak through the little eyeball guy.
And so he basically lays out his plans.
That he's gonna marry both and sacrifice Gracie to appease the spirit and live out his earthly pleasures with Miao Yin.
Oh, how exciting for Miao Yin.
Oh, I'm sure she's stoked.
He's getting the best of both worlds.
Right. He can have his cake and eat it too.
Jack shoots a little flesh ball and they move on.
Yes.
And the halls are all empty because everyone is preparing
Everyone's
for
at the
wedding.
It's too late. Like it's gonna happen.
Jack's like, it's a setup, and Egg says, nah, he's just too busy with the wedding.
Right. And I also had a note that the eyeball thing looks like Chet the shithead.
Kind of, yeah. They get to the neon wedding chamber.
Yes, and there's like a legit elevator that he's coming
Oh,
down.
the flesh ball when it licks its own
I
face
know,
with that
it's
eyeball
so
tongue.
gross.
And the hairy monster is in attendance.
Oh, everybody's there. They're
Yeah.
all there. And so Egg says it's time for the medicine. Right? Was this when he says that?
Yes, where they find they just find a bar.
There's a bar-
beautiful bar
Yeah.
full of beautiful glasses for everyone to
Yes.
take this potion.
It's time to take these smoking shots so they can see things no one else can see and do things no one else can do.
Yep.
And he talks about his 6 demon bag. And then they have this toast to America.
Where I feel like that's just to get Jack to drink this thing. It's like they make a patriotic America toast. Like, come on.
Well, because
doing it for America.
I mean, I guess because they talk about that earlier, how they're just 2 Californians, you know.
And so then they drink the drink.
Yeah, may the wings of liberty never lose a feather.
They head to the elevator. They're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I'm feeling kind of invincible. And they're doing the little hand thing at each other, like, yeah.
And they open out of this Buddha belly elevator door to the start of the wedding.
Who knows? Who knows?
And Lo Pan,
He's got his needle of love.
which like men
Don't
call it your needle of love.
call it that.
Don't know if you were ever compelled to. Even if you love this movie, even if your wife or girlfriend or boyfriend loves this movie,
Don't call it your
don't
needle
call
of
it your
love.
needle of love.
Makes me think your dick is skinny.
And it's the moment of truth.
Yeah, and he like goes to stick it and we're like, come on, baby.
I
give
know.
it to me.
Just so hard.
And like you could see her flinching, and I guess he grabbed her too hard.
Oh.
Like that's for real. Like she's like, God damn it, dude. Like, ow.
So Jack wants to shoot him right away, but they're like, wait, you gotta wait till he's flesh.
Yeah, we gotta wait.
And so once he starts stabbing her, though, he starts to bleed and starts to become mortal. He gets so excited. And the flesh blob tells on them that they're still
right. He's
trying to
over there
defeat
like,
him.
oh.
And then Wang kills it.
Right.
Gracie and Mao wake up. Jack shoots the ceiling, knocks himself fucking unconscious with falling debris.
Damn it.
And misses like the main.
Oh, so he does shoot again, but he
So yes,
shoots
there
the
was
ceiling.
bullets.
So yes, again he does fire, but this is, I think, is it.
And so Egg Shen blasts with magic. A fight ensues.
Right.
Wang be walking up walls and shit.
Oh,
Matrix
he goes
style.
flying.
He is
well,
just
then,
fucking.
what is it? Thunder comes out, and they have this whole thing where they fly across the.
I have
sky.
long hair, sexy storm comes for
sexy
him.
storm. And like they have that sword fight like midair.
In the air, yes. Lopan's still over there trying to pierce them with his needle of love.
Right, and he's like licking the blood off of her. That's why we said Drac earlier, because
Oh, maybe.
yeah,
Yes,
that's
he
why
does
we
try
did.
to
That's
drink
why
from
we
her
did. It wasn't a
wrist.
mistake. It was on purpose.
And so Jack's closing in on Lopan when Hernia Storm comes and takes his gun,
Right.
blasts him through this portico.
Yes.
Sexy Storm and Wang are still fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And Lopan is so excited to be bleeding, he's giddy with laughter.
Right. He does his thing.
Jack uses his knife moccasin to
Yes,
stab this guy in the armor.
The guard or whatever. And now he's stuck because of
He's
like the
stuck to
weight
this
of
dead
the, like,
body.
Oh, God damn it. Like this shit.
And I wrote, Wang could be a storm. Like, he can
could.
totally hold his own with the storm.
He could be a storm.
And now here's where Lopan starts drinking Mao's blood.
Right.
Egg blasts at him.
Yes, and then they do like the fingernail fight thing with like the when
Well,
he does the thing with the thumbs.
In the mid-air sword fight, I have sexy gives him eyebrow respect.
Oh
Like,
yes,
that little
like he does a little wiggle.
huh?
Yeah.
And then Lopan does pinky cross.
Yes, pinky crosses, and they have the
and they
laser
make
thing.
VR warriors
right.
that they control with their
and then
fucking.
he tells them like, "You never could beat me."
So yeah, they've been
doing
battling.
this. They've done this before.
They've been playing VR Tekken since forever.
I love that fucking game.
Yeah, we love some Tekken.
Oh,
we used to play that shit, remember?
I love a fighting game. I'll
Yeah.
play a fucking fighting game. I'll do it with my fingernails.
And then the lightning shoots. Egg Shen thwarps it back at him with his
Thwarp,
reflective
that's
fucking
right. He
fan.
said thwarp.
Yep.
Yes.
Jack is still stuck to this corpse while everyone's
Yes.
fighting around him.
He's managing
That's all
to stay
he's done.
safe.
Lopan's escaping with the girl.
Yes.
Lightning shocks the skull and closes it.
But like not enough because like Wang
Not all the
follows,
way, yeah.
you
Sexy
know.
Storm comes flying at Wang. He throws his sword and fucking gets him.
Yeah.
He goes into the skull hole.
Skull hole.
Wang follows him.
Yes.
Gracie finds Jack, points out where they went.
And then he goes to follow them as
Egg
well.
throws something and everything blows up and falls.
Oh,
and then
that's
the
right,
monster
the
that
thing
got
that-
Gracie grabs Jack.
Oh yes.
And he kicks it and it lets him go.
Yeah,
Or
well, she kicks
it.
him. Yeah.
She kicks it and
she
lets
does
him
like
go.
this cute little like from it was giving me fucking Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Like the other, what's her name? Fuck.
And they get in the elevator to Lopan's office.
Yes.
And
he's like, can
Why are
you
you
just
dressed
kill him
like
for me,
this?
please?
Oh yeah, and he asks her why is she dressed like this in her wedding garb.
Like, oh, I was getting that's right. Gracie and
They're in
Jack
that
are in the
elevator.
thing, and like they start macking.
Oh yeah, and she says, "Oh God, is this really happening, girl?"
Oh,
That's what I would say if Kurt Russell and his time made out with me.
1980s Kurt
Oh,
Russell.
hell yeah.
Oh fuck, girl.
Lopan is currently explaining to Mao that he loves her and needs her. She's trying to fight him off.
Right.
The Storms realize he is now flesh.
Yes.
And he gets all excited.
Yes. He's
Jack-
like, oh, I've done it. I've appeased it. Like I can. I don't have to do
he's good.
anything. Like it's good.
Jack comes in with Gracie's lipstick on.
Oh, that's
And
right.
lipstick all over his teeth.
That's right. He
Not
goes
so
in-
fast, gentlemen.
Yeah. It's
You
just
know
like
what?
Jack Burton always says.
At a time like this.
You're like, who? Jack Burton, me.
Wang flips into frame.
Yes, and he like does the thing where he looks like that whole thing to make it look like he leapt a lot further than he did. And they give the look to each other like, yeah.
And they go into fight. Jack throws his boot knife, misses, hits the gong.
Right, and then meanwhile, Wind and Wang are fighting in the other room, and you see them going like through the doorway. Like they're just throwing shit and like kind of running after
crazy
each other.
fighting in the background.
And yeah, so he throws the knife and he misses.
And then
and like Lopan picks it up and he's like, oh, good knife. Goodbye, Mr. Burton. And he throws it and then Jack catches it and throws it right back.
immediately.
And oh,
right back
in
into
the forehead.
his fucking forehead.
It's all in the reflexes.
Oh, yes, it is,
yes,
baby.
baby.
So Wang is still fighting Wind, who stops just to randomly break things. So this whole fight's happening
and then,
in the background.
he comes out and sees that Lo Pan is dead.
Yes.
And then
and then he gets so emotional.
He gets so emotional, baby.
He inflates his hernia until his whole body swells
His
like a Garbage
foot's
Pail
bust
Kid.
Out of his and that's exactly
explodes.
what it is.
It's like the Garbage Pail Kid movie.
Yes.
And he explodes. Lightning's waiting in his big hat.
Oh, that's right. They have to climb up all these levels now.
So they get Miao out through a hole in the ceiling and Gracie. Wang gets out.
Yes.
Jack jumps out just in the nick.
In the nick.
Egg
Is this where he
Shen's
has
up
the
even
thing?
higher.
Yeah. And he has the little grappling hook
Yes.
thing.
Hey, how'd you get up there?
Wasn't easy.
So he zip lines them up, in which you were like 108.
108 bitch.
So lightning comes up before Wang can get up, and they drop a statue on his head.
Right. Down he goes.
So Wang makes it up the hole. An alarm bell starts ringing.
Yes.
They run out. Jack just happens to find his truck.
Oh, yeah. That's my truck. That's my truck.
And that's when either the security or police or whatever arrive.
Right.
And start
I don't know
shooting at
what
them.
that is, but they're shooting at him. And then they get in the truck.
Egg throws a bomb at them. They get in his truck. It's a 6.9 on the Richter scale.
Yeah, baby.
Hang on. And they head out.
Bust out the back of the garage or whatever the fuck that is into the daylight.
And Wang and Mao are macking hardcore in the
Yes,
truck
well,
cab
of
between
course
everybody.
they are.
So in love.
That was the first time they were able to be
Right?
together since
Since
this
they
whole
were
thing
kids or
started.
something? Yeah.
5 years
Oh, 5 years
is what he said. He hasn't seen her in 5 years.
So they're back at the restaurant celebrating. Egg is leaving. Says their work is
Which
done.
is why this doesn't make sense. He's going to go on a long deserved vacation. So it doesn't make sense that he met with a lawyer later. He's leaving. So it doesn't make sense.
I didn't even think about how in the beginning, because the beginning's the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, when was that? When
Why
he got back
did he
from
need
his
to
vacation?
retain a lawyer? No one was asking any fucking questions.
Lo Pan is dead, so who's suing
Nobody
him?
gives a shit.
Lo Pan is dead. Evil spell is lifted. He's going on a long vacation.
Right.
Wang pays Jack his nothing or triple.
Nothing or triple, Jack.
He earned it.
Yeah, I did.
Gracie wants to know, what's up?
Yeah, are you going to get one of those cabs with a little apartment in the back with just enough room for two?
Give up the open roads, sell my truck, settle down.
I don't know.
Think about it.
Let me think about it. Aren't you even going to kiss her?
Nope.
Nope.
See you around, Burton. Oh, this fucker.
Fuck! With that twinkle in his
local.
eye.
They're
Oh,
both
yeah.
local.
He's
Neither
gonna be
one of
back.
them was going nowhere.
Yeah.
He was going to see her a week or less.
In a couple,
gonna run
a
into
month
her.
at most.
Yeah.
He was always doing that run. He was going to see her on his way back.
Never can tell.
Never can tell. Yeah, you can.
Wang goes to say his goodbyes. We really shook the pillars of heaven, didn't we, Wang?
Yeah, we did.
No horse shit, Jack.
No horse shit. And they do the little hand
thing. He puts on his shades and heads out into the fog.
Right.
And drunk drives his
I was
big
going to
rig.
say, does Jack hooch and drive?
Yes, he sure do.
He's drinking that out of a brown paper sack. It doesn't seem
Yes.
like it's necessary. He's in a truck up high.
Back to BSing on the CB.
Yeah, and when you have to shake the pillars of heaven and some
he's
shit,
got
some
his
shit.
whole line. Give me your best shot, pal. I
yeah,
can take it.
I can take it. And we see the fucking monster crawl out of his truck, which makes it seem like
There's still magic. There
it's
could have been a
said
second one.
There should have been a sequel. Well, what did Chris say that there was in comic form?
Oh, was there?
That's what Chris said.
Okay, so if you were a Big Trouble in Little Fun... wow.
Wow.
Almost made it.
All right.
If you were a big Trouble in Little China fan and you want to follow up, apparently it exists in comic
There
form.
is a comic apparently that is John Carpenter. Honestly,
Yay!
that's my turn.
It's not just me. Woo!
John Carpenter. John Carpenter. Dude. So that guy, you know who I'm talking about. Let's not fucking play. You know who the fuck I'm talking about. Helped write the comic. So therefore, it is canon.
All right.
And it picks up right here, apparently.
Okay, cool.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
So we have one yearbook signing this week. from the D Meister 1. I don't know who that is, but thank
Sup,
you
D?
to the D Meister 1. A new favorite. Nicole and Tessa have the best banter while recapping some of the best movies. I've literally LOL'd while listening in the car. They really lift my mood. Give this show a try. Thank you.
Thanks.
And
Glad we could lift your stuff.
Yeah, lift your stuff. Hey,
Glad your stuff got
lift your
lifted.
stuff. You need help lifting your stuff?
We'll
We
lift
gotcha.
it.
Stay tuned after the outro for Invasion of the Pod People. You might find a new favorite. And until next week.
Later, Doomers.
Later, Doomers.
Hey everybody, I'm Amber.
And I'm Maddie.
And we're Witches Talking Tarot. And we've brought you a show all about the occult.
We're talking different lores and mythology.
Yes, creature features, cryptids, aliens, you name it, we'll cover it.
Conspiracy theories.
Absolutely.
And pagan holidays and
100%.
practices.
All 8 of them. Yes.
Spiritual living, you name it.
That's right. We've got it for you. So if you want, come sit with us for a spell and let us make you laugh.
We are Witches Talking Tarot.
Thanks, everybody.
Hey, I'm Courtney.
And I'm Amanda.
And this is A Nefarious Nightmare, now officially partnered with Darkcast Network.
We cover true crime and the paranormal. We raise awareness about the senseless acts committed against victims. We won't go easy on the offenders, but show serious empathy to the victims.
And sometimes we dive into some weird topics outside of true crime, like the paranormal or even conspiracy theories.
Our listeners are definitely the best, and we are their biggest fans.
So join us. Come on in. All are welcome. Let's dive into these cases. You can find us on any podcast platform and on YouTube. Be sure to find us, hit subscribe, and share us with your friends.
We do have great life advice, such as don't be a Richard.
Yes. And wear deodorant. We don't want to smell you.
But all are welcome to A Nefarious Nightmare.